Starting my business was easily one of the most overwhelming things I've ever done. I thought it was going to be this empowering, exciting thing. And don't get me wrong, it is. But no one tells you how many random forms, fees, and outdated state websites you'll run into just trying to get started. So, to save you from the same mess I went through, I put this guide together to show you exactly how to set up an LLC in New York, the easy way and the hard way. First, I'll walk you through the full DIY route if you are down to handle everything yourself. Then I'll show you the faster, simpler option using Busy, which I ended up going with because I wanted it done right without the migraine. And if you actually want to give Busy a shot, I've got an affiliate link in the description that hooks you up with their free LLC filing offer. All you pay is the state fee. Okay, so let's break it down real quick. What is an LLC? LLC stands for Limited Liability Company, and it's basically a legal way of saying, hey, I run a business but don't come from my personal bank account if something goes wrong. It gives you liability protection like a corporation, meaning your house, car, and savings are off limits if your business gets sued or falls into debt. But unlike a corporation, it's way simpler to manage and more flexible when it comes to taxes. Most LLCs are what's called pass-through entities. That means your business income gets passed through to your personal tax returns, and the business itself doesn't pay taxes directly. You do. And if you ever scale up and start making more, you can even elect to be taxed as an S-corp to potentially lower your self-employment taxes. That flexibility is one of the biggest reasons so many people choose the LLC structure when starting out. Now, if you are the kind of person who likes to handle things hands-on and save a bit of cash, here's how to get your LLC up and running the old-fashioned way. First thing, you need a name. And not just any name. It has to be unique in New York and include something like LLC or LLC at the end. You can check if your name's available on the New York Department of State website. Avoid using restricted words like bank or insurance, unless you are actually licensed for that kind of stuff. It's also worth thinking ahead to make sure the name works for your branding, domain name, and social handles. Nothing's worse than falling in love with a name and realizing the .com is taken by some random blog from 2009. You'll also need to list a registered agent, someone who can accept legal documents for your LLC. In New York, the Secretary of State acts as your default agent, but you can also list someone else if you want more control or privacy. Just remember, whoever you choose needs to be available during business hours, and their address becomes public. Once that's in place, it's time to file something called the Articles of Organization with the New York Department of State. It costs $200, and you can do it online or by mail. This form basically tells the state, hey, I exist. Here's what my business is called and where to send my legal mail. Once that's filed and approved, your LLC is officially formed. Now, here's the weird New York twist. After you form your LLC, you're legally required to publish a notice in 2 newspapers, one daily and one weekly, for 6 weeks in a row. Yeah, actual printed newspapers. You'll need to do this in the same county you listed in your Articles of Organization, and the county clerk chooses the papers. If you're based in Manhattan, this can cost over $1,000. But if you use a registered agent in Albany County, for example, the whole thing can be done for around $100 to a few $100s. Once that's done, you'll need to file a certificate of publication with the state and pay another $50. Even if you're running a one-person show, New York requires every LLC to have an operating agreement. This document outlines how your business is structured, who owns what, how decisions are made, and what happens if things go sideways. You don't have to file it with the state, but you do need to keep a copy for yourself. If you ever bring on a partner, this document will save you from a lot of potential headaches. Next up is your EIN, or Employer Identification Number. Think of it as your business's social security number. You'll need it to open a business bank account, hire employees, or even just file taxes properly. Luckily, it's free and takes about 5 minutes to get from the IRS website. In terms of taxes, LLCs in New York are treated as pass-through entities by default. You will report your business income on your personal tax return and pay self-employment taxes if you're running the business yourself. If you're selling physical products or taxable services, you'll also need to collect and remit sales tax. New York's base rate is 4%, but depending on your location, it can go as high as 8%. And don't forget, every 2 years, you're required to file a biennial statement with the state to keep your business in good standing. It's a quick online form that costs just $9, but missing it can lead to penalties or even suspension. But let's be real, Unless you actually enjoy digging through state websites and filling out government forms, the DIY route gets old fast. I tried doing it myself at first, and eventually hit a wall. That's when I found Busy, and honestly, it made everything easier. You just answer a few basic questions, like what your business does, where you're located, and what name you want to use. And they handle all the paperwork. They file your articles of organization, take care of the publication requirements using a cheaper county to save you money, help set up your operating agreement, and even get your EIN for you. And here's the best part. Filing your LLC with BZ is 100% free for their basic package. You just pay the state fee, that's it. On top of that, BZ also helps you stay compliant with reminders for your biennial report and other deadlines. They even have optional upgrades like domain names, business emails, and banking perks if you want to set up your full business identity in one place. The whole process is smooth. No second guessing, no missed steps, no back and forth with the state. Busy just walks you through everything so you can focus on actually building your business, instead of worrying about whether you filled out a legal form correctly. So, if this is your first time setting up a business, or you just want someone else to handle the annoying stuff, I'd honestly recommend going this route. And that just about wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget about that Busy link I mentioned earlier. It gives you free LLC filing and saves you from paying unnecessary service fees elsewhere. At any rate, thank you all so much for watching as always. And until next time, make sure to take care.